welcome you back to BLACKSITE. And tonight we're going to talk about Ice Cube putting the Democrats on blast after the DNC convention. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, comment, hit the notification button, and also share. Ice Cube goes on a rant basically saying after the Democrat National Convention, in which Joe Biden finally gave his acceptance speech, they gave no tangibles to Black America. There was no agenda, no talk of reparations, no talk of anything that will affect the Black community in the next 4 years. Basically, the only thing they had to tell us, orange men bad, let's vote Trump out of office. So Ice Cube asked a simple question: what are you going to give us the first 100 days? You have heard Joe Biden said the first day in office he was going to sign a bill with DACA, possibly sign a bill giving 22 million illegal aliens permanent residence in America. He also talked about signing a bill for LGBTQ community when it comes to bathrooms. But he has said nothing about the Black community. And you never can go into election, especially as one as important as this, with no tangibles. If a man doesn't guarantee you nothing, why should you give him a vote? The only thing they can possibly do over the next 70 days is scare the hell out of you. And I means, well, if Trump's there for 4 more years, you're all gonna die. That's not gonna happen. We're a community that survived 400 years of 300 years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow, and we're suffering in 2020 with racism. We can survive another 4 years, but we'll definitely punish the Democrat Party, a party which we give 90% of our vote to every election, win or lose. And there's nothing on the table. We have the CBC, we have the Boule elite, we have people out there crying, just wait until Joe Biden gets in office. Well, how can you trust a man over 47 years who have basically delivered nothing to you? You say Joe Biden's going to give us unity. Whenever has he given us unity? To me, he's been a divisive person ever since he took oath of office as Senator of Delaware. That's his record. And I always said, whatever a person tells you, believe him. And I believe what Joe Biden has told us over the last 47 years. We have all these people, so-called representatives. We have over 10 or 11,000 representatives in this country. 98% of them Democrat. And they have delivered nothing to the major cities. You have seen Joe Biden not talk about what's going on in cities like Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, St. Louis, Kansas City, Los Angeles. He has given no speech. And if he has a Black agenda, he has it on the back end of his website. He let you know when he talked about Hispanic community is a diverse community. But he slipped up and said, basically, we monolithic. We all think alike. See, Joe Biden, in the back of his mind, knows this. I'm going to get the Black vote. They have no choice. If I offer them nothing, what else do they have? Remember that old Trump statement? What you got to lose? That's what Joe Biden has in the back of his mind when thinking about Black people in general. This is sad to see for our community. We can do better as Black people, but we seem to always fall for the same trap. We have to do better. And Ice Cube has said this, but he hasn't been the first. We know ADOS under Yvette Carnell, Tone Talks. We have heard FBA said something with Tariq Nasheed, B1 with Jason Black, Black Authority, and Professor Black Truth. Because if you have no tangibles, If you have nothing for your vote, then what the hell is you voting for? Your vote is an exchange of goods and services. And that's what Powernomics, the book, is all about. We have more power than we actually think. We can determine damn near every election in this country. That means senatorial elections, congressional elections, county elections, state senator elections. But we don't exercise the power of our vote. And when you don't do that, you end up suffering in the end. And that's what's wrong with our community. There is no way in hell, if you give a party 90% of your vote, like in New York State, we have a Democrat governor with Cuomo, 2 Democrat senators, Schumer, Gillibrand. I live in a city with a Democrat mayor, Democrat common council, Democrat county executive legislator is Democrat. So why in the hell does the black community still look the way it looks, like a damn shithole? Because we don't leverage our votes. Sometimes you got to take a little pain, but it seems like we've been taking pain for 400 years. What the hell difference is 2 or 4 more years? Then someone will actually respect your vote and give you the tangibles that you need to increase the level of wealth within your community. The government tells you that they don't have money for reparations. But when they wanted to give out those $1,200 checks and those PPP loans, and they wanted to bail out the airlines and bail out whoever the hell they wanted to bail out, they printed money. So you telling me since this pandemic has started, I guess they'll have printed between $6 to $8 trillion, but they can't print reparations for black people? See, they'll tell you we don't have enough money, but you have enough money to spend on what you want to spend on. But if you sit back as black people and you don't demand, after seeing them give away trillions of dollars to corporations and businesses, but you rightfully deserve that money for the hard work of your ancestors who worked in this country for 400 years. We still have the Jewish community receiving reparations from Germany and other countries, even America, someone who had nothing to do with the Holocaust. They paid the Japanese in internment camps, but gave you nothing. They said, we repaid you with welfare. Everybody, we repaid you with President Barack Obama being elected president. That's not enough. See, that's not a tangible. That doesn't affect every person in the black community, the 45 or 50 million people who live in our community. We cannot accept nothing less for our vote. 2020 is a year of transformation, and that transformation must be made in payment to the ancestors of slaves, and it must be paid right away, or you will not receive our vote. They put Kamala Harris on the ticket to hopefully get the black vote out. After election day, they won't even say thank you. All they will say is that we'll see you in 3.5 more years when we beg for your vote again. But you receive no tangibles. You must understand, you must fight now. And if you don't fight now, don't cry tomorrow when you have nothing to show for your vote. Don't cry tomorrow when nobody is listening to you while they're in the White House celebrating. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button. Share this video. with family,